here's Anne. Anne is a wonderful comedian. She's going to be doing the news with us. And so, Anne, you said you had a story for us that you found last night.
Yes.
So share.
Animals and such.
I can't hear you.
Yesterday, and as I was coming in the house, you know,
Can you start over? Can you start over because it was breaking up?
Oh, okay. I had an outing with my mom yesterday, and when I was coming back in the house, I had these little stickies on my socks, you know?
Okay.
So it's like, I'll get these little stickies off my socks, no biggie, no biggie. So I get in the house and I'm sitting down to just chill out and watch TV, and I felt something move on my leg inside my jeans. And I was like, no, it's probably just my jeans rubbing up against my leg. No biggie, no biggie. So then I felt it again, and it was actually like a movement. And I was like, ah, I screamed so hard. I was like, ah, and I threw my pants off. I peed myself, the whole thing. And
oh my God.
I was scared. I didn't know what was on my leg.
I'm a little disgusted.
I had to share. It wasn't a lot. It was just little. So I'm running over in the corner ready with the broom, and this lizard comes out.
That's so adorable. I love lizards.
Me too. Some people are deathly afraid. But he
Oh,
ran out like
gecko. Was it a gecko?
Huh?
Was it a gecko?
Oh, no. It was far smaller. It was probably about that big.
Oh.
We have those all over the place in Florida.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, so I was in Florida.
Yes, I am. Where it's
and not much makes sense.
Yes, exactly. It came with me to Colombia. It was crazy. But I had never had that happen before in my life. And I freaked out so hard. I have to tell you.
Oh, like a little ninny.
I know, just latched onto my leg. Like, I'm gonna count how I'm just gonna hang on here and just be your cargo for the night.
Well, what'd you do with the lizard?
Oh, he's just roaming around the house.
Roaming around the house? What?
Yeah, they catch bugs. So, and occasionally I'll find a daddy long leg and a spider here or there. So eat it, have fun, enjoy.
Are you seriously letting it run around in your house?
Yeah, I like lizards. I don't mind.
But he's not. Does he have any lizard friends? Isn't he going to be lonely?
They throw parties on Friday as long as they keep the noise down. I'm good with them.
No, but seriously, is he lonely? Is he alone?
No. I find one or two here and there because I leave my.
Okay. Okay. So
yeah,
he's got friends.
So.
Sorry. So he's got friends.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got friends.
Oh, all right. Okay, so now I want to hear about your. You said you went to get a massage. That's for another time. You don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All I have to say is Valentine's Day is coming up, right? Treat yourself. Ladies, treat yourself. Get an intimate massage. Let it do what it do.
Wow. Okay, so yes, ladies, treat yourselves. So now we're going to go into the animal stories, all right? So one of the first stories I wanted to talk about, I thought was something that keeps happening. Like it does not stop happening. So let me look for it for you.
Okay.
And I'm like, at some point, people ought to really realize that this is not safe. This is not a safe situation.
What is it? You've got me on pins and needles.
So this is from TMZ. I'm sharing the screen with you. All right. Okay. Oh, wait. What's that? That's not the story I was looking for. What happened to the story I was looking for?
I don't know.
That ain't it, is it?
This right here, if I may, for a moment. Dog shoes goes over. In the Tyree case, the police chief has come out and spoken, and I really appreciate her words.
Okay. I don't know much about it, so I really not. But this is the first time seeing. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So I'm definitely going to look into it. And I've got a new channel where I could talk about everything, not just about, yeah. So we could go ahead over there at some point and talk about whatever we want to talk about. But here it is. Hunting accident, dog shoots and kills owner. Are you laughing?
I'm not sorry, that's hilarious.
So, should I be regretting having a comedian with me right now?
No.
Is this the point where I regret this?
No regrets. No regrets.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Is there any way that your camera can go like, I hate it when
this way? Or
no, like it's your phone, isn't it?
Wait, probably.
Can you
I can't see me right now. I can only see.
Can you do it like
vertical?
Yeah, thank you. So you're gonna have to back up a little bit.
Horizontal. Okay.
That's the word, horizontal. I couldn't remember it. Oh no, not too. No, now you're exaggerating. Like bring it back.
I can't see you. So
you can't see you. Okay, so this is fine.
Okay. Steady.
But next time, that's how you should have it. Whatever it is you're doing, you should have it that way. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So we'll fix it next time when we're side by side. Right now it's too small, so I can't really adjust. But here it is. The dog. This happens too many times. So a man was tragically shot and killed. Are you still laughing?
I'm listening. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at all. I'm listening.
He was killed.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
In a bizarre hunting accident, one where his dog reportedly pulled the trigger. Do you know that this happens quite a lot? I did a story about it before, and I've seen other stories about it. This phenomenon of dogs shooting their owners. The 32-year-old Wichita, Kansas native was killed Saturday, according to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. They told the outlet that the dog stepped on the rifle while it was in the back seat, causing it to discharge in the owner's direction. Here's what I think is going on, right? So this poor dog, he don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing, yeah? He's like having fun in the back. We're going hunting or we're coming back from hunting or whatever it was. And then this man, this is TMZ, and then this man like is dead. And he's like, oh my word. Now this is what I'm wondering. Does he now have a conscience? Is he thinking, oh God, I killed my owner? So here's what I'm thinking. People, when you're hunting, put the safety on. Keep the gun towed away at all times. A dog is like a toddler. You would not keep a charged gun next to a toddler, would you? Why are you doing it next to a dog? As if a dog would know better. What do you have to say?
Measures could have been taken, but again,
you tried to not laugh, aren't you?
The humor is just ridiculous. Okay, here, I'll tell you why. No, not because he's dead or got killed, right? Okay, that's part of it. But wait, not in a cynical way. Okay, wait, I can't even say that. Because he's hunting, he's out there to go kill animals, and an animal killed him. That to me is why it's
You're
funny.
thinking the irony.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to.
All right, I can accept that.
In the picture, the dog did look happy. I'm not saying he had an ulterior motive. I'm just saying
the dog looked.
Look at the picture again. He looked like a good boy.
That is not right. I'm
just going by what you did.
It ain't right.
It's not.
There's a soupçon. There's a soupçon of guilt in that dog somewhere in there. And find it.
I need another picture.
Oh my God, you're making me tear. I'm trying not to laugh. Because apparently when I laugh, it peaks that you can't actually hear it because it's so high pitched, you know. Yeah, apparently that's what happens. It's so high pitched you can't hear me laugh. It's just like dead silence. It's like a whistle, a dog whistle. Yeah.
Incredible.
I'm telling you. All right. So the next story, as we move on from this very sad story, you couldn't tell by Anne's face. All right. I feel like we're going to be here for a while. I'm going to have to correct your behavior. I'm so much nicer than you. I've been having some sort of crisis, thinking I'm not, the nicest person. But I don't know. You've changed my mind.
You're wonderful.
You've changed my mind. I'm an incredible, feeling, nice, loving person. Yes. Next to Anne, obviously.
Oh, wait a minute. I am too. But irony, you saw it. I wasn't making it up.
Next to Anne. Uh-huh. All right. So here's the CBS report. I've got it. Now I've got to share. I hate labor. Goddamn labor. All right. I love these stories, to be honest. I love these. This is CBS Pet Project. It's one of my favorite ones that they do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so this one is about how having a dog, how people see you when you have a dog. So let's take a listen, and then we'll do a little bit of commentary. All right?
Okay.
Earl, good morning.
Good morning to you, Howard. How are you doing? You know, it's really interesting, the comfort that the presence of a dog can do in your own home. You know, it's another set of eyes and ears and barking to listen to sounds that may be out there, real and imagined, but it's just another presence in the house that can be very comforting. Also, they've done a very interesting study that the presence of a stranger's dog in a scary situation in an urban setting can also be comforting to the person looking at that. So this came out of a study that Psychology Today reported on, and they had a group of college-aged women take a look at these scenes, and they are typically kind of scary scenes, a dark parking garage, dimly lit pillars where people can be standing. Well, it turns out that the women who viewed these scenes and saw a stranger, they could be very nervous. If they see that same stranger, man or woman, walking a small or medium-sized dog.
Okay, so you know what we've just done? Let's
Tell
stop
people how to
sharing.
get mugged? Huh?
Yeah. Like, now these buggers,
cynical.
but I'm thinking it's contagious now. I think, like, I'm going to have to go to a retreat after being with you. I'm thinking all sorts of nasty
we
things.
should go together. I think since I started it.
These muggers are like, oh, let me get a dog. You know, that's what
did you say?
Isn't that how they used to adopt children?
Yes, they did.
Adopt children. They used to be like, oh, I've got a puppy in the back. And of course, little kids would be like, oh, so now
my lost puppy. My puppy ran off. And yeah, I remember. That's crazy.
So now these ladies in the dark parking lot suddenly find themselves feeling reassured with a stranger with a dog.
Who are these ladies?
Are you kidding me?
Who are these ladies? Really?
Who are these ladies? I want to know. Because now you've given all these incel types lots of ideas. Seriously.
We don't. Ladies, don't fall for it.
Do not fall for it.
A stranger is still a stranger.
Still a stranger. He's still a stranger. Do not stop to talk to the dog. That's how they get you.
Thank you.
Imagine that. Imagine you're in a strange parking lot. It's dark. There are no cameras. You see a man, a stranger, and you go, oh my God. And then he's got a dog. And you're like, oh. And then you go to pet the dog. And guess what he does? He puts a thing over your head, right?
And that's it.
Yeah. And he puts you in the van.
Stay cautious. If it's a cautious situation,
I put together the whole plot for somebody. I'm sorry.
No,
right.
We'll get therapy.
You know, I'm saying dogs are great, absolutely, but people are not great all the time.
And to use dogs for that particular, that's terrible. Just use.
Yeah, and dogs don't often choose they don't choose their owners. So sometimes they're stuck with a bunch of crazies, you know what I'm saying?
True.
So it's not their fault. And so, yeah, you're not that person. You're not going to be in a dark alley going, oh, coochie.
Absolutely not. Now, if the stranger happens to have chocolate, that is a very different story.
Oh my God.
I can't guarantee I'll be, but nonetheless, no dog.
That's your Achilles heel, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
Okay, so let's continue the rest of it.
Sorry. I'm trying to behave. I'm behaving.
Yeah, let's see if it's worth watching. Oh, come on. All right.
Felt much more comfortable. They felt just emotional control, less risk to themselves. And it was very interesting that the size of the dog actually mattered in making the stranger observing something in a scary scene feel comfortable. If the dog was little and it was a man walking that dog, well, that made them feel very comfortable. If the dog was medium sized, that still made them comfortable, but not as comfortable as a strange man walking a very small dog. So it's just a very interesting thing. Let me show you a full screen graphic here, and they'll be able to see that the calming presence of a dog. So a person, just an unknown person with a dog, and somebody seeing that, you feel safer in the city because of that person. They did not go into why that is. Possibly it's like, hey, if that person's walking a dog, they're probably a pretty decent person. They got a little dog, they must be taking care of them. I'm just ruminating on the cause of that, but the effect is that people feel safer. It helped most. Seeing these dogs out with people, it helped people feel much safer. The scarier the situation was, so the positive effect of the presence of the dog was just greater in the more intimidating locations. And again, the man who was walking the smaller dog is perceived to be less threatening than a man walking a medium-sized dog.
I cannot. I'm sorry.
I think she's the lady. I think she's the only one, the lady who walks out at night.
Always cynical.
She may be the only one. I don't see any other ladies. Like,
are you sure? Is it? Are we the drama? Like, seriously, is it maybe in another context? Most people are like, oh yeah, that's true, but I don't know. I feel like women have gone with all them, trafficking stories and all that. I think we're beyond the whole. Yeah, it's dark. There's nobody around. Let me pet this dog of this stranger.
yeah.
I hope we've gone further than that. I hope we're smarter than that, really.
I really hope so too. I hope and pray that we are smarter than that. Otherwise, hey, she's just given someone the secret formula to get kidnapped. So,
right.
Just be aware. Don't talk to strangers. Don't do it. Don't. And if they have a dog, if the situation is not ideal, the dog doesn't make it any more ideal.
It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. And that distresses me that that's the case. Because, that ain't good, isn't it? That ain't good at all, is it?
It's so dangerous. I don't feel safe. Oh wait, a puppy. I can't. No, that's
crazy, isn't it? Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So now, there's a story that I wanted to talk about. I don't have it here, and I didn't tell you about it because I talked about it yesterday I was on a hike. See my little tan. So here's a story. There's a story about this dog named Bunny on TikTok. Do you know Bunny?
Don't know.
Let me just see if I can find Bunny. So Bunny is a dog that suffered from depression, and because it suffers from depression, the fur parents thought they might get Bunny some little speaking pads, right? So it could communicate with them what his wants are. Well, check out what's happened to Bunny. Now, Bunny is communicating left and right, really, really insightful things. And Bunny is like, I'm a human. And his parents are like, no, you're not. And he's like, what do you mean I'm not? Am I not talking? And I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, well, does he think just because? Well, then they asked him about his sister, who's another dog named Otter. right? I don't know why they name them dogs after other animals. I mean, that's enough to have a dog have an existential crisis. You know what I mean? I'm a dog, but my name is Bunny. So the other dog name is Otter. So she goes, what's Otter then? He goes, Otter's the dog. What do you mean? He's like, I'm the human. She's like, no, you're not. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, mad. He looks himself in the mirror and he's like, mad. I'm a dog.
Oh.
So now we've created a situation where we've wanted the dog to communicate with us, and now it's self-aware and even more depressed than it started. What do you think of that?
You know, I think it's cute that he's able to communicate so effectively. You know, that's adorable. They didn't have to bust his bubble like that, though. I mean, yeah, let him know he's a dog, but you know, if he's happy thinking he's a human, as long as he's not like Megan the doll, then he's okay.
I don't know.
It's a movie.
It's really sad. Let me see if I can find Bunny. Oh, I found Bunny. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sorry.
It's okay.
That was a little monkey. See, you've got the monkey out of me. Hold on. So let me share this. I found Bunny. Hopefully I can find the actual. Yeah, this is kind of off the cuff. I hadn't thought about this.
How does Bunny have more followers than me?
How many followers does Bunny have?
8.3
219.2. No, sorry, 8.3 million followers. Yeah, Bunny's a rock star.
Population button.
So let's see. Every now and then she's a dog too, but always look at those pronouns. Okay. I don't know. There's one where she looks at herself in the mirror and she's like, I'm a human. And I'm thinking, well, that's not good. Do you know what I'm saying?
AI has done like all kinds of wondrous things.
Well, maybe it's pinned. Let me see where it is. Oh, you can't see pinned ones here. So, knowing now that Bon is okay, but he says a lot of insightful things, which is, so let's look for the one that probably has the most views, right? That would make more sense. So 1.7, 6.7. And Bunny like dreams. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know, that's a good question. I don't see why not.
You don't see anything. I can't find it. So let me see. Let me just play one for you. Let's see the one that's got the most.
I like that little setup they have there for him.
Isn't it cute though? Yeah.
It is.
All right. So here. Let's play this.
Come during storms and extra high winter tides too.
Pump water. That's tide. Water come and water go. Water come and water go. And right now water come. Big water. And that's why no beach.
He's like, I'm going to the beach. I don't know what you're talking about. He's concerned.
That is crazy.
It's gosh.
That's tide.
Hold on, let me see if I can find. the one where I've got to find the one where he thinks he's human. Seriously. Oh my God, here's one. This is weird. Check this. Okay, I'm a little fascinated. I'm obsessed with Bunny here. Hold on.
We're having funny bunny fascination here.
It wouldn't be. I mean, it's like, here, listen to this.
No, Mom was not dog. Mom is human. Mom human. Bunny dog. What? I'm right here. What do you want?
He's confused.
Right. To me,
That's
that
all.
didn't seem like he was doing it intentionally.
Okay. Well,
My nephew would be happy about that. Oh, he's just doing it.
where's the one where he says he's human?
Oh, okay.
Go poop.
Sure.
He literally says he wants to go poop. Like, that's bloody awesome. Wouldn't you want that?
Well, would he's a guy who knows exactly what he wants, you know?
Absolutely. I think
That
that's
would
a
scare the crap out of my dog, to be honest. He's very shy.
Would it?
If he stepped on it and it started talking, he'd probably jump and then stay away from it. He's he's a cuddle bunny. He's not like,
Okay, so I think there's like this thing about Bunny and a little bit more extensionism. Here it is. So let me share this.
Oh, you want to go back home? We're going to stay here for a few days, baby. It's okay. We're going to have fun on the beach. We're going to go big walk. Love you. I'm Dad. Dad's not coming. It's just you and me, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, we settle.
Yeah. He's like, we're
You want to come
settling.
up on the couch?
We're settling. We could do better.
even the dog knows.
Okay, so I'm obsessed with Bunny. I can't find the one that I was talking about, but next time I will have that video up because it concerned me. And I was like, they should do a study on what happens when dogs start to speak. Do they suddenly become more self-aware? Are they suddenly now having, you know, again, identity crises? Does that exist in dogs?
More questions.
I don't know. I feel like you're mocking me.
I'm not. I swear. I'm not.
You sure? All right. Good. Well, you never thought about that. Like,
I really haven't, you know, because I feel like I love animals very, very much, you know, and I've been around a lot of dogs and a lot of cats and stuff, but I feel like they do talk to us, but just not, you know, not in human voices. But if they did have the opportunity to, man, I don't think they'd stop. I think it would be an ongoing kind of, hey, you're in the bathroom? Are you in there? Are you in there?
Yeah, I think you're right. And then you know what's interesting, and I think about how much of the conscience they have, like cats. when they're around other cats or by themselves, they meow differently. When a human comes, they go murr, murr, murr. But when a human comes around, I go meow, like super cute, like sounding like a baby. That's an effect that they use specifically when they're around humans to seem more, adorable. That's distressing to me.
It's so cute though.
That a cat could be this cunning. That is distressing to me. Honestly. That the cat is consciously saying, well, there's a human. Let me sound cute. Let me sound like a little baby. Like a human baby. Uh-huh.
That way they don't know when I'm sneaking on the table to go mess with stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's, oof. Anyway, so that was that for that. Sorry for my obsession with Bonnie. Thank you for indulging me.
Bunny is really cute. Bunny is absolutely adorable.
So now we've got some sad news, yeah?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the sad news. This is in People magazine. Guy Fieri shares news of dog's death day before his birthday.
Aww.
Yeah, that was on January 23rd. Today is the saddest day, he says.
Aww.
This
Sorry.
is his dog. He lost his dog and his name is Cowboy. He died shortly before the Food Network star's 55th birthday on January 22nd. So he says, quoting, today's the saddest day in the Fieri family. Fieri posted alongside a photo of the pup on Twitter Saturday. We lost our Cowboy, and that's his name, today. He was one of a kind and brought so much love and energy to our family.
Aww.
And so the people that answered was Star Wars legend Mark Hamill, who responded with a broken-hearted emoji, and Seinfeld and Dancing with the Star alum John O'Hurley, who posted, the O'Hurleys share your sadness. It is the loss of innocence. May God celebrate him home. That's a German Shepherd, isn't it?
Yes, it's beautiful. That is so sad though.
Yeah. Do you know that they don't do well in movies? They don't get casted in movies. Yeah.
I thought they did. I thought they, were easily
No,
trained.
they're typecast as police dogs. So they only get jobs as police dogs, but not as a regular dog going about its day, Yeah. Wasn't Fieri in some sort of controversy?
I don't remember. I heard.
I haven't seen him in a while. I was wondering what happened to him. Was that? Oh no, it's not him. It's the other one. It's the BAM. Maybe it's the BAM guy. Is it him?
Yeah, he's the BAM dude.
That's not. I'm not going to muddle the waters. There's been a loss. We're going to stick to the loss. Take a moment. Sorry, Cowboy.
Truly, because your pet's your best friend. Your pet's your
Absolutely. And that's the hardest thing about having a pet, is knowing that they're most likely going to die before you. Oh, that's a hard one.
It is. That's hard, but you get to just love them and take care of them while they're here.
Well, that's a good way of saying it.
It's true, because all of us are going to go sometime, but you take care of your baby while it's here, take care of each other while we're here. And
True.
Yeah.
But how sucky that it'll die.
Seriously. And then the timing too. So you can't pick when you're going to go, but I'm sorry that it happened like this.
No, you really can't pick in it. You can't pick timing. So what's the next one we can do? What would you like to talk about? I think, oh yeah, there's the last story. So this is going to be going on a little longer than I thought. But let's just do this last story. Okay. I didn't read this one, so I don't know what's in store for us with this one, but here it is. They can think, feel pain, love. Isn't it time animals had rights? This one is in national and world affairs. Martha Nussbaum lays out ethical legal case in new book, which I think should be interesting. So we're just going to read the first. So it's excerpted from Justice from Animals, Our Collective Responsibility by Martha C. Nussbaum. Animals are in trouble all over the world. Our world is dominated by humans everywhere, on land, in the seas, and in the air. No non-human animal escapes human domination. Much of the time, that domination inflicts wrongful injury on animals, whether through the barbarous cruelties of the factory meat industry, through poaching and game hunting, through habitat destruction, through pollution of the air and the seas, or through neglect of the companion animals that people purport to love.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your take on that?
I feel like it would be very helpful, especially for instances where with hunting and with people like this, all of those instances, but my two I can right off the bat go, when you adopt animals, I know there's a process, but when you neglect animals, what's the process? There needs to be more accountability for neglect and abuse of animals. And for hunting, there's no reason to have as much detriment as we have, because I don't know if there's some way to regulate it to where every animal isn't hunted to extinction while they're hunting, because a lot of animals have gone extinct, a lot of animals are going extinct, and we're not helping.
Apparently, we're supposed to be monitoring that.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, apparently we're supposed to be. That's why they don't give out certain amounts of licenses. They just limit it to a certain amount per year, and then you have to have a certain amount that you're allowed. I feel like that. I don't know if there are checkpoints to make sure that you haven't killed too many animals. Things like that. Yeah. But I do think it's time.
I do too, because animals who are being hunted aren't doing anything. They're just being animals, and they're allowed to be hunted or slaughtered, however you want to look at it. So to have a better regulated system for the animals that are being hunted and the animals who are neglected and not cared for would be extremely helpful. And it is about time.
They are sentient beings. So with that should come rights. I mean, a lot of different countries have decided that they are sentient beings, and that means they have feelings, they think, they feel, all of these things. So the next thing should definitely be having rights. I should have a right to be an animal prancing in the field and not fear for my life. Like I really ought to be. If I'm not concerned with you, you ought not be concerned with me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if we're not, you're infringing on my territory, really. So it's like, I should have the right to hunt you and not the other way around. Guess who's most populous? Us, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't it be funny if they had a license to kill us? Because there are too many of us anyway.
Crazy. Imagine you're in bed, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
And your face.
And a deer is standing there just like, shh. Wake up.
Yeah, in your face. Eats your whole face. No, that's morbid. But you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about? Right? So
horrifying.
We ought to think about how we treat these animals, because at the end of the day, it's like AI, isn't it?
Yeah.
As much as we're like, oh, AI is great, whatever. Yeah. Well, if it starts having human traits, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about an AI being an AI. I'd worry about an AI being too human, because we love to kill, don't we?
That's understatement.
We love to make things extinct, don't we? That's our whole worry. That's our whole worry about AI, that AI will start thinking like a human being. Let's be real, not AI thinking like an AI, but thinking like a human being. But they make us think that they want the fear is that AI becomes so independent that it starts to think on its own. But no, what you really want to say there is that it starts to think on its own with a human sensibility. That's the fear.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fear. With a human sensibility, we're really in trouble. We're really in trouble. If you've ever watched the show The Recruit, I would recommend it. I saw it on Netflix. Yeah, on Netflix. There's like a part in there where an AI sort of loses it and they're like, what? Yeah, they'd given AI too much liberties and the AI is starting to like kill people. Yeah, it's very interesting. So that, I don't know, how we treat our animals will sort of reflect what we'll do with AI, I think, as well. I wonder, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm not. But I do want to say...
That remains to be seen.
Exactly. So I do want to thank you, Anne, for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And do you have any plans in terms of comedy?
I'm just going to continue to practice and practice and practice and write and get a microphone.
Yeah, Anne is a published author.
Oh, yes,
So
indeed.
please tell us about your book.
Yeah, thank you. I have 4 poetry books published on Amazon. And since Valentine's Day is coming up, get some love, get love in your heart, get love in yourself. Check it out.
What are the names of the poetry books?
There's Love EAW, Always EAW, In Always EAW, and So It Is. Okay,
so Anne Walker is her name. So EAW is what, your moniker, your nom de plume?
My initials.
Your initials. All right. What does this stand for?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Anne Walker. Oh, that's so very American.
2 queens, right?
It's very like pioneer. You know what I'm saying? Elizabeth Anne Walker, Dances with Wolves. Yeah.
Sounds very regal, yes.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much. I've had a blast.
Thank
And
you.
again, I said I'm doing the channel so we can talk about your sensual massages or whatever it is you want to talk about, crazy things, and we won't have to, limit it to this forum of animals, which I love. Yeah.
World of fingertips.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, and say goodbye. Let's do a nice little.
Yes, little.